I know that he got banned on TikTok, but this man has gained over 2.5 million followers, exposing movies and cracking dad jokes.
One of the reasons that movie is very fascinating is behind the scenes.
But do you like his videos?
Man, I hate him. So the guy we're talking about today is a prop master, has a deadpan humor, plays with toys that we like to see in the films. Adil, who we are talking about.
Yes, today we're talking about Scott Reeder. So Scott is something called as a prop master in movies and TV shows. So he's the guy that takes care of all the props, and he has recently blown up on TikTok. Yeah, and he's carried forward that audience over to other platforms like no one else. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today.
That's the kind of TikTokers we want to see, who are really good at their trade and are having fun with it. You're fully grown up, but you're still playing with toys. You're having fun. You're experimenting. You're thinking on your heels. What a wonderful job this is, right? When did you first hear about a prop master being a job?
So prop master being a job, I actually got to know through Scott. So I was doing some research about the Thousand Faces series that we do on Instagram. Subtle plug. I'll put a link somewhere. But we made a video about him, and I came across his profile. And I remember it was he made a video about how oftentimes when cars and buses are moving in movies, or they seem like they're moving, they're not, because like you can't always afford to have like roads and all these action sequences happening in real time. So they just move the trees around the cars and buses, which I found so like mind blowing.
How do they move trees?
So they'll put like a clothesline, and they'll put trees from the top, and they'll just move them like that. Yeah, they'll just hang trees and then they'll move, which I did not know. And that's really testament to like his entire content. Like he only makes shorts, which I feel is very unique. He has little to no production. Like he doesn't, I'm pretty sure it doesn't seem like he scripts. It doesn't seem like he plans. He just picks up something that, he was working on recently, and he just make like a selfie video with the same angle. Like he doesn't even change that. It's like the same top angle that he takes. And he just makes these videos, which is just brilliant.
And you know what, his short form videos are doing so well that on YouTube at least, people are commenting, they're demanding that please make long form videos.
Yeah.
So he started to experiment with long form, but he's like regular on TikTok, and like you did a series on him on Instagram as well, and he's killing it. He's like, it's like seamless, effortless. He just shows stuff that he works on, experimentations, the demands of his job. It makes it so easy. Is it easy? Do you think it is easy?
I think so. I feel like
Really?
I feel like the nature of his content, right? Just because it's just so simple. Like his content works not because it's complicated. Like Mr. Beast videos are complicated, right? Like
scale is bigger.
Yeah, scale is big, and like you have to do something new every time. His content is good because it's novel. And I think that's something that creators like should think about more. Like, what is that angle or your unfair advantage that you can take that other people don't have? So it's not just that, you're making great videos, or, you're doing whatever, but like the idea has to be so different that like his idea is so new that everything else just like his effort drops, because he doesn't need that much effort.
Yeah.
Because the idea can like carry through the content like across platforms, which is very like it's very rare.
I think there is a play element to it as well. Why do people like all these things? Because inherently we all have our childhood within us still, right? So we want to play with stuff. We want replicas. We want to see rubber guns. We want to see those mannequins. So I think that plays really well with all age groups.
True.
Somebody should do a breakdown of his audience. I'm sure every age group is there.
No, I'm sure. I think his most watched video, at least on YouTube, is him. When people open those champagne bottles and you have to like crack open the bottle.
Yeah, like
not just the cork, with like a knife. So that's his most watched video. And I feel like that, like we see that in movies all the time, right? Like that and other things, people getting stabbed, or people getting shot, and it's so relatable. But you never think about that. That's all fake. So it's that kind of you see it every day, but then you don't really know the behind the scenes of it, that like really puts his content out there. But do you like his videos?
Man, I hate him. I hate Scott. Sorry, but I hate him because I want to believe that John Wick can kill 20 men, grown men, with a pencil. I
Right.
don't want to know that pencil is fake, that blood is fake, and how you put that on a person. I don't want to get out of that make believe world of films, and he's doing that.
No, he's 100% doing that, and he's adding like humor to it because he's great at doing dad jokes, and I think that's something that
Amazing
he's like
jokes.
fully embraced. He
Yeah,
has fully embraced the fact that like it's very authentic.
yeah, he's got
That's why,
wicked humor, man.
yeah.
He's like he kills it with you know if there is a gun, it's like he's killing it. So speaking of guns, how do you think he's passing YouTube? These laws where you can't speak about guns, show guns, right? So
Actually, that's a really good question. I honestly don't know. I know that he got, I don't know if he got banned on TikTok, but either he got like a strike or a warning on TikTok. I know he talked about it in one of the interviews that I was watching. So I don't know why that hasn't happened on YouTube, but I feel like each of these platforms have like different regulations and different rules. And that's another thing that creators don't know, right? Like, um, I feel like that would be such a great business opportunity. But to just simplify the terms and conditions and to understand, like, do they apply to you in certain scenarios? Like, we've gone through this so many times, right? We want to use like a certain music, or
yeah.
we want to do something in our videos, and we're just not sure if that's permitted on the platform or not.
Hmm.
So to answer your question, I'm not sure. Maybe YouTube has a way to figure out that what the
Hmm.
context of that video is.
Yeah, I think one thing which other people who work behind the scenes can learn from Scott is that you obviously have a job, right? A traditional job. Uh, you're not completely dependent on, let's say, social media. I think you can experiment more because you have
Right.
leverage there, right? You can
Hmm.
do anything, even if you get banned on one let's say social media platform, you don't care, right? You have multiple other things to create on. So be fearless and with your jokes as well as your experimentations.
This man has gained over 2.5 million followers, exposing movies and cracking dad jokes. I don't think it gets any better than that. But what do you think people can learn from him? I feel like finding your unfair advantage is like a very big thing. Like you
Yeah,
have to figure out, no matter in what niche you are, you
yeah.
have to like really find your unfair advantage. But is there anything else that you felt was noteworthy that creators need to know from Scott's journey?
I think if you understand your let's say category, right, as a creator, if you, I mean, work so hard that
Hmm.
you become so good in your category, in your niche, that you can start talking about behind the scenes of it, like Scott,
Hmm.
and make it humorous, make it funny, how things come out. Because when we think of movies, right, when elaborate planning goes into them, right, but a prop master has to think on his heels as well, right? If
Right.
somebody says that I need a mask which looks like this person, he has to go run around the cities, ask 10 vendors like that. Or so he's not afraid to share that information. Like, it takes a lot to think on the heels. So be good. I mean, kill your genre with consistency and greatness, and then talk about that. How do you kill your darling slowly, right?
Yeah, I feel like the more obscure your work life is, like if when you tell people what you do, they're like,
Yeah.
I did like that sounds weird. I feel like that's the point where you should start talking about it online, because chances are
Interesting.
that a lot of other people also don't know about it, and they would be interested to know that, hey, I didn't know this. So that element of
Hmm.
discovery is always
Is
one
there?
of the
Yeah.
recipes for going viral.
Absolutely. I think one of the other people I can think of is body doubles, right?
Oh, yes. That's a
Yeah,
great idea.
right. So, the film, right, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it talks about an actor whose
Correct.
body double is always with him, Cliff Booth, right?
Right.
So, one of the reasons that movie is very fascinating is behind the scenes. So, go out, create your channel, talk about how you work with certain actors, how do you live a life with a face that is very famous. And
That's a wonderful idea. Like any body doubles out there, please start a YouTube channel and DM us. We
and if
will
you
make a
know of
creative
anyone,
day.
please
Yes,
comment so that we'll check out their work. Please, yeah,
totally. Yeah, actually, I mean, you never know. People might be already doing that.
yeah.
But do you have any questions for Scott if Scott is watching?
I think his favorite prop. or his
Mm.
go-to prop, which he really likes and which he uses most of the times, so that it can give a reference point to others who are looking to become creators.
Also, I'd like to know, like, what was that one prop that he never expected to work? Because a lot of these things are like improvised.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, what was the one thing that he improvised on the go that he never expected would work, but kind of did? And also, one would be like, please come on our fireside chat. I would love for you to
Yes,
talk to
please,
him
please.
and to get to know more about his journey. Definitely, people check out his channel wherever you are on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. He makes great behind the scenes content, and it's always either funny or informative or
Yep.
both. It's a must watch. So definitely check him out. I also want to know the origin to his name. I want to know what, like, I know it's like a pun, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Is it just like wait,
Props and roll.
prop, Scott and roll?
Yeah, Scott
One
prop and
has
roll.
to be drop something and roll.
I
It
mean,
has to be something like, yes. That's another question.
he's got wicked jokes, man. Again.
True. But cool. That was the episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like it if you liked it. Comment what was your best joke out of this episode. Tag or tweet Scott if you want him to come on the fireside chat. We would definitely love to. And yeah, I'll put some of our previous episodes on the screen so you can check them out. If you like this episode, you probably would also like our episode that we did recently on KSI and also Nassim Nicholas Taleb.
Versus Lex Friedman.
Yes, versus Lex Friedman, the feud of the century. But yeah, that was it for this week. I will see you again next Sunday. Until then, peace.
Hello everyone, here we are again with another CTD Creator Deep Dive. Today we are talking about a prop master with a deadpan humor. And let me do it third time. Welcome everyone.
Yeah, this will go on bloopers.